there everyone, welcome to another JavaScript project mastery video. Today in this video we are going to create a fully functional to-do list app using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Before directly jump right into the design part, let me show you what this to-do list app will looks like. As you can see from my computer screen, here we have the text entry field right here, and again we have add task button right here. Now when I click this add task button, without adding any task, we have an alert message over here. It says, hey bro, don't click me. First, please enter your to-do list. You see? Let me add some of my to-do list over here and showing you how this to-do list app will work. Click again. Here we have it automatically add over here. As you can see here we have my to-do list app. You see, when I click this add task button, it automatically adds it over here. And then this text entry field becomes empty, right? So over here, if your to-do list is completed, you can underline or you can delete from the to-do list, right? Now, at this time, I completed this task right here, so I can make it underline, right? Here we have. As you can see here, when I click over here, the background color changes from yellow to dark brown, and also the text becomes underlined, just like this one, and also here we have radio button. The color for the radio button also changes from white to green, right? So you can do it. You can either underline if your task is completed. You can make it underline just like this one, or you can delete from the list by clicking this delete button, just like this one. You see, this task is already gone. And when I click this study book, this task is already gone from our to-do list. That's why it is fully functional. If your task is not completed, you can return just like this one, you see? The best part is this project is beginner friendly. So if this sounds interesting, what are you waiting for? Sit on your comfort zone, take a cup of coffee, and then enjoy the show. Oh wait, before that, if you are new here, consider subscribing and press the notification bell icon. Alright everyone, so now I'm going to start this project from scratch. So, to create this project, what I would like to do is, I'm going to open my code editor. For me, I'm just going to use VS Code as a code editor. You can use any code editor as you want. It's up to you, right? So now, come over here and create a folder right here. So let's say to do. And then inside this folder, we need to have 3 documents. The first document is the HTML document, the second one is the CSS document, and the third one is the JavaScript document. So now let me create each one by one. So we have index.html. And then over here again, we need to create a style.css document. The last one is we need to have a JavaScript document. Let me say app.js and press enter. Alright, so now for index.html document, what I would like to do is we are going to press the shift key and the exclamation mark on my keyboard, and when I press enter, here we have the HTML boilerplate, or here we have the basic HTML document right here. So now what I would like to do is we are going to change the title of the project. So you can add any text as you want, but this title is very important for search engine optimization. So now let me add some text over here. Let me say create to-do list app. using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And now, after that, we are going to link this style.css document over here with an HTML document inside the head element over here using a link tag. And then, as you can see here, this index.html document and this style.css document are found on the same directory. That's why the value for the href attribute will be style.css, right? Here we have. And now, before the closing of the body tag, we are going to add the JavaScript file we are going to link the JavaScript link with that of the index.html document right here using a script tag. Like I said before, this index.html document and app.js document are found on the same directory. That's why we say simply app.js. After that, what I would like to do is we are going to open this document with live server to observe the live change while coding. Open with live server. And now what I'm going to do is we are going to shrink this browser and this code editor to observe side by side, right? So here we have. Now what I'm just going to do is we are going to create a div element having a class name, let me say to do continue. Inside this div element we are going to nest an h3 element having an h3 element right here. Let's say h3. And let me add some text over here, to-do list. And then again inside this div element having a class name to-do container, we are going to nest another div element having a class name, let me say to-do list. Inside this div element having a class name to-do list, we are going to nest the input field and also the clickable button right here. So input. The value for the type attribute should be text right here, and then let me add some placeholder over here, some text as a placeholder. Let me say enter to-do list. And over here, let me add an ID value. Let's say ID. Let me say input to do, right? So over here we need to have a button right here. So button, we have a call to action button. Let's say the button text should be add. It may be add tasks. Add task. After that, save. As you can see here we have the live change, right? Here we have. And now what I would like to do is outside of this div element have a class name to do list. We are going to create an order list, or you can say order list. It's up to you, right? So for me, I'm just going to create an order list having class name, let me say list container. So UL and list container. Alright, over here we are going to add some of the list items that enables to style it on any way, right? So now we have list items right here. Let me add some list item. Later we are going to add these lists, these to-do lists using JavaScript. For the time being, let me add some of my list items. Let's say task 1 for styling purpose, right? Task 2 and li and third, let me add another. Alright, for the time being it's enough, right? Alright everyone, now we have just finished here the HTML part. Now what I would like to do is we are going to make this to-do list app beautiful using style.css. So come over here from style.css and add some property value here. So here we have a universal selector, which is asterisk, and now we are going to add some property value pair that is going to be applied for every HTML element. So the first one is padding. Padding should be 0 over here. Padding 0, margin 0, and box sizing border box. So now we are going to make our to-do list up just like this one. So to make this, over here using the body tag, the body element selector right here, body, let me check the background color. Let me use this aquamarine as a background, and when I save, here we have. So now over here width for this 100% and height 100 viewport height. And now what I would like to do is we are going to make this to-do list up at the center. So to make this we are going to use a flex box. So display, then flex, align items, center, just try content, also center. Save again. Here we have as the center, right? And then we are going to add a font family for this to-do list. Font family. We are going to use the first one. Here we have. Yup. It's good, right? And now, using this to-do list to-do container over here, we have a class name we have a div element having class name to do over here. So using this to do container, we are going to add some property value pair with 100% and maximum width, let me say 30 ring. It's better to say 30 ring, which is 30 ring means 30 times the global font size. In the global font size is 60 pixels. That's why 30 multiplied by 60 pixels is our maximum width. It's going to be our maximum width right here. After that, we are going to change the background. Background color, let me select the background over here. It's better to use this as a background. Maybe yeah, it's better. So now here we have, right? Here we have. After that, we are going to add some margin and padding. So margin, one rim, again, which is a global one times, which is 60 pixels, and padding also one rim. After that, when I save and refresh, here we have our to-do list tab. Here we have our to-do list container right here. And then what I would like to do is we are going to style this button and this text entry field right here using this class container, this class list, which is to-do list. So using this class name, let me add some property value pair over here. The first property will be display, which is display. The display will be flex, and then align items. Align items will be center, and justify content will be the space between. Here we have. After that, let me add a border radius for this. So border border radius, let me say 2 rem. 2 rem. It's enough. And let me add a background color right here. So background color, let's say we use this ghost white. After that, when I save and refresh, here we have. And now let me add some padding, some margin from top and bottom and from left and right. That's why margin will be 1 rem, which is 60 pixels. Here we have. You see? That's cool. So now we are going to style, we are going to make this text entry field in its full width. Oh, before that, we are going to style this to be the sub X element right here. So we have an X element using this class selector, using descendant selector to do container in an X element over here. Here we have to do container class name and an element, which is the element selector right here, and add some property value here. The first one is font size. Let me add the font size will be, let me say, it's better to say font size 2.2 rem, 2.2 rem is enough, and then we are going to font weight. Font weight will be bold, it's better to say bold, and we are going to make this as element or this item underlined. So, to make this, we are going to use text transform. No, it's not text transform, rather, it is just text decoration. Yeah, then, one more thing left, text align. Text align. Text align should be at the center. That's why we say text align center. And refresh the web page. Here we have, right? Oh yeah, now what I would like to do is we are going to style this input field in this task button right here. So to style this, we are going to use this input element selector right here. And then come over here, and we have to-do list. We have to-do list, and we need to have an input element. And then what I would like to do is we are going to make this text entry field at its full width. At its full width. That's why we say flex equals 1, right? Flex 1. After that, when I save and refresh, here we have this text entry field becomes at its full width, right? And now let me add some padding and margin for this input element and also add some background color right here. Okay, over here, I'm not going to waste our time. I simply add some of my CSS document over here, right? So we have border none, outline also none, and background become transparent, and padding 1 rem from top and bottom, and 1 rem from left and right. After that, when I save and refresh, here we have for the text entry field, right? And now we are going to style this button, our task button right here, using this class selector button over here. So now again, I'm not going to waste your time over here. That's why I'm just going to add some property value here, right here. So we have background, having a RGB color code right here, and text transform, capitalize, padding 1 rem from top and bottom, and 1.5 rem from left and right, and we're going to add a border radius 1.5 rem to make it rounded, and border, it should be, the border will be none, and the color will be, the text color will be white, which is right here. And font size, we are going to increase the font size a little bit. That's why we use font size 1.2 rem, and outline become none, and cursor become pointer, since it's a call to action button. After that, when I save and refresh, here we have a nice call to action button right here. Now, let me start this unordered list over here. To style this another list, well, let me add an ID value. Since we are going to make interactive, we are going to add this unordered list using JavaScript, right? For the time being, our job is to make this attractive. That's why we are going to add an ID value. Let's say list items, and using this list item right here, let me add some property value here. This is an ID. Remember, this is an ID value. Since this is an ID value, that's why instead of using a dot symbol before this, we are going to use a hash symbol. That's why we have a hash over here and the ID value. Here we have display flex, align item flex start, and flex direction, column, and gap will be point rim. After that, when I save and refresh, here is it. Now, using UI, li selector, li element selector, let me again add some property value here. So here we have a list style. This list style should be none. When we use this style none, then this dot symbol is going to be removed, right? And cursor pointer and padding, we have padding right here, and padding right, 0.1 rim, font size 1.2 rim, font weight, bold, and position. This is the time being, this is position relative. We are going to add some before element right here. That's why we use position relative. And background, we use this background, and width 100%. Box shadow again, here we have 3 pixel, 2 pixel, 40 pixel, and having RGB color code is approximately to red, and display flex justify content space between text decoration, text transform, capitalize. After that, when I save and refresh the web page, here we have task 1, task 2, and task 3. That is cool, right? Alright, this is the CSS part. Later, we are going to add another CSS. While we add the delete button over here, we are going to make that delete button more attractive. But for the time being, it's enough, right? Alright, so now over here, before directly jump right into to make this to-do list app interactive, what I would like to do is we are going to add some bullet point over here. So now here we have using a pseudo class selector before right here, position absolute. If the position for the child element absolute, then the position for the parent element should be relative. That's why here we have position relative, content empty with 1.5 frame and height also 1.5 frame. We need to have a background color just like this one, which is a white color, and the border radius will be 50%. Top 0.7 rim, left minus 2.5 frame, and margin 0.5 frame. So when I save and refresh the web page, here we have, as you can see here. Alright, now let me increase the top position over here. Let me decrease the top position to 4 and instead 1. Yes, this is better. For the time being, it's better. Now, what I would like to do is we are going to make this add task button interactive. That means when I enter some tasks over this task entry field and click this add task button, it should be added over here. But before that, now let me comment out these tasks over here, right? This list item. Since we are going to add this using JavaScript right here. Now what I would like to do is, first we are going to access the input field right here. As you can see here, the input field has an ID value which is known as input to do. So using this ID value right here, we are going to access it. So over here we are going to declare a variable which is known as, let me say, const to input, then equals to document. We are going to access this using get element by ID. So get element, and then here we have get element ID method. That's why we are going to pass this ID value, which is input to do. So after accessing, we are going to store this over this variable to do input. Now again, we are going to access this unordered list to see how we unordered list using these list items. So now const list container again document. We are going to access this using document.get element by ID, and then we are going to pass this. Here we have the list item. So now what I would like to do is we are going to perform some function, like we are going to declare a function either using a function declaration or either using another function. Now we have a function, we are going to declare a function right here. Let me say the function name. We have function name add task, and then inside this function what I would like to do is we are going to perform some tasks. So we have two choices. So to perform this, we need to use a conditional statement, which is if else statement, right? So if, then we have a condition right here. The condition will be to do input. We have a to do input access its value, which is a value that we have just entered over here, that we will enter over this input entry field. Then, if it is strictly equals to empty string, that means if we didn't input anything, then we are going to get an error message or an alert message. For the time being, I'm just going to get an alert message. That's why here we have alert. Then, let me type something right here. So, hey bro, don't click me, please enter your to-do list. Here we have. After that, what I would like to do is we are going to call this function using event handler. Alright, so now over here we have an onClick event, onClick, and then we are going to call this function. The function we have just declared, right? So add tasks, add task. And after that, when I click this add task button right here, here we have an alert message. Hey bro, don't click me. Please enter your to-do list. Yeah, it works, right? So now over here again, if we enter some to-do list, let's say it's breakfast, and when I click this should be automatically added over here. So to do this, what I would like to do is we need to have an if else statement right here. We have else. If it is no, that means if we enter something, then what I would like to do is we are going to create a list item element. So first, let me declare a variable let. We have a list item equals, then we are going to create a list item right here. So here we have the list item. So to create a list item, we are going to use document dot. We have a create element method. So create. We have a create element method. This create element method enables us to create an HTML element. For the time being, what type of HTML element we are going to create? Okay, now we are going to create the element which is known as list item. That's why we pass li tag, which is the tag name over here. So we are going to pass the tag name over here. For the time being, for me, we need to create a list item right here. That's why we need to pass li over here. After that, what I would like to do is we are going to modify this list item. So in order to modify this, the easiest way to modify the content of the HTML element is using inner HTML method. So over here, list item dot inner HTML right here equals the input, the text that we have just entered over this text field, right? So what I would like to do is we are going to access the input field right here. We have to do input, access its value is here we have. That's why this means list item dot inner HTML value, inner HTML equals to do input dot value. This means we are going to modify using the text that we have just entered from the text entry field right here. After that, what I would like to do is we are going to append this li element to the parent element using the append child method. From here, the parent element right here is an order list over here. Here we have an order list. So we are going to append this list item to the parent element over here using append child method, a JavaScript append child method. That's why we have the parent element list container dot append child. Here we have append child, and then we are going to append what child over here is. The child is list item, right? So we are going to pass this list item. Alright, so now let me try whether it's working or not. Let me add some to-do list. Let me say eat breakfast, and when I click this add task button, here we go. That is working, right? From here, as you can see, let me add another task. Record video and our task. As you can see here, we have button. From here, we are going to remove after we have just added this list item to our list. Then this field should be cleared. So to clear this field, what we are going to do is we are going to access this to-do list, to-do input, access its value, and return to empty string, right? We are going to make this to return to empty string, right? Equals then empty string. Let me try again. Add this task again, record video. What's the reason behind? Again, let me try. Let me try again. Eat breakfast. Add task. Here we go, right? And record video. As you can see here, there is no any text inside this text entry field, right? Let me say do homework, and when I click this add task button right here, that's working. Alright, now the only thing left is we are going to make a delete button. We are going to create a delete button. So now to create a delete button over here, what I would like to do is we are going to declare another variable. Let me say let delete button, which is equal to, we are going to create an HTML element right here again, just like the list item. So let delete button equals document dot create element, create element. From here, the type of element that we are going to create is a button element, right? A button element which is equal to actually a delete button. So we are going to pass what type of element? We need to pass a tag name. The tag name will be button right here. Here we go. Now what I would like to do is we are going to modify the text for this button. So using this delete button dot inner, using this inner HTML method, which enables to modify the content of the HTML element. So we have inner HTML equals. Then what I would like to do is we are going to, you can either delete or you can either remove whatever you want. You can add any text that you're interested in. For the time being, I'm going to say delete, right? So delete. Now what I would like to do is we are going to append this child element to the parent element. From here, the parent element should be the list item, right? Not the order list, rather it's the list item. That's why what we're going to do is we're going to append this delete button with list item. So here we go. Dot, and then we have append child method. Then what we are going to append? We are going to append the delete button right here. After that, when I save, and again, let me add something over here. What? There is nothing displayed over here. The reason, what is the reason behind the scene? What's the reason behind the scene? So over here we have just we did a mistake. You see, this button element should be enclosed by a quotation mark, double quotation mark, right? Or you can use either single quotation mark, whatever you want, right? So button, you see, here we have. After that, let me enter age break first and click. Here we have a delete button right here. You see, that's working, right? So now let me style this button in different way. To style this button in different way, we are going to create a class name for this button. To create a class name, what I would like to do is over here using this delete button, and class name. We have a class name right here. Let me say delete button, delete button. Here we have. Now, using this class name, we are going to add some property value here to style this in a different way. So, using this class selector, we say delete button, and let me change the background color. Background for this button, let me say dark red. We are going to use this color right here. It's better to use this color. Now let me add some text right here. Here we have, as you can see here we go. So now over here, let me style this circle button over here. Now let me increase the top to 7. Oh yeah, here we have. Now the only thing left is we are going to make this delete button functional. While we click this delete button, then this to-do list will be removed from our list. Or we can make this underline if we finish our task. If we finish our task, then this list will be either underline or it will be removed from the list. So to make this, we are going to make this delete button functional. You see? Alright. So to make this button functional, what I would like to do is using this delete button. We have delete button, and we are going to use add event listener. We have add event listener dot add event listener. This add event listener takes two parameters. The first parameter is the event that we are going to perform. From here, we are going to perform a click event. And the second parameter is the function that we are going to perform, right? So the event type is a click event right here, and the second parameter should be the function. When I click this delete button, what action is going to be performed? That's why we have a callback function right here. So function we have a function right here, and we are going to pass an index over here, index, and the action that we are going to perform is we are going to remove this list item from a list container, right? So to do this, we have a parent element right here, list container dot. In JavaScript, we have a method which is known as remove child. We have a remove child. So now what I would like to remove is we're going to remove the list item, right? When we click this button, we are going to remove that list item. So we're going to pass list item. We have a list item, right? We have a list item right here. After that, now let me try whether it's working or not. Let me add eat breakfast over here and add another task over here, record video. Oh, yep. Eat breakfast and add a task. As you can see here, when I click this delete button right here, yep. Yeah, it's working, right? That's working, cool. So now the only thing left is, if we finish our task, we are going to, like I said before, you can either make this underline or you can delete from the list using this delete button. Now, this delete button is functional. The only thing left is to make this underline and to change the background if our task is completed. So now what I would like to do is over here, simple, right? So now using this, we are going to add some property, value pair, and from here, checked. So UL and I checked. If it is checked, if we click over here, that means if it is checked, then exploration become like so. Color will be right here, white color, and background. The background will be changed to dark brown, and we are going to style this circular button right here too. From where we change the color for this circuit to from white to green, yellow-green. And now we are going to make this interactive using JavaScript. So outside of this function, what I would like to do is we have a list container which is the ID value for another list. So list container dot again add event listener. Like I said before, this add event listener takes two parameters. The first parameter is the event that is the type of the event. For the time being, it is a click event, and the action that we are going to perform. So we have a click event, and we have a function. Let me pass some parameter as an argument, and the action, what I would like to do is over here, if we have a condition right here, e dot target, if e dot target dot acts as its targeting line, then it should perform e dot target dot class list dot toggle equals toggle, then we pass this class name. The class name should be checked. Right? This class name. It's checked, right? Yeah, we have. Now, let me save and try. It's breakfast and let me try. Up.
Nothing is
Nothing is
happened.
happened. Rather,
What's the
what is the
reason
reason
behind
behind
this?
this? Alright, the reason is we didn't save this UI and I checked this style.css, so we have to save it first, right? And now, when I click this, yeah, it's working, right? As you can see here, the background color is changing from yellow-green to dark brown, and also this text become underlined. That means we have just finished it. We have completed this task. Let me add another task right here, record a video and add task. And let me say upload video, and again add task. Here we have 3 tasks. You can either delete or you can make it underline if you completed your task. That's why you can underline just like this one, or you can remove from the list just like by click this delete button right here. Yep, it's working. Alright everyone, we have just completed our to-do list tab. If you want more JavaScript project videos, I put the video link inside this video description. If this content is valuable, make sure to subscribe and press the notification bell icon, since more incredible JavaScript projects are on the way.